Hi there, it's Sam from Pootles.co.uk. Thank you very much for joining me during Spring Watch. This is my 2-week back-to-back dedication to all of the beautiful new products that have come out in our spring catalogue and in the Celebration catalogue. And also this is running in conjunction with an online class that's on my blog. You can find details of it all over there. And this project that I've got today, I'm holding it in a particular way. I'm holding it this way round because although it looks like a little box, there is a special way to open it. So I'm just going to peel off this twine. Apart from the fact that I've made this box using the mini album kit, it opens like that. How cute is that? This box has been floating around in my head for ages, and it was really nice to actually get the opportunity to take it out of my head and onto a piece of paper and into a cardstock. And I've put tea lights in it because there's a lovely lady called Diana who is on my Facebook page who has hinted quite loudly a few times that she would like a box for 4 tea lights, please. Thank you very much. So Diana, this is for you, but obviously it will hold tea lights and all sorts of bits and pieces for, you know, for other things as well. So I'm just going to pop this thread back on. I'm going to show you the mini album kit that I've pinched all of the bits from. I'm not an album girl. I don't have time. It's not because I don't like them, because I fully appreciate them. I kind of don't have time, and photos never really make it off my computer. But as soon as I saw it in the catalogue, and I'll bring the catalogue, it's this one up here, and I started reading everything that was in it. I thought not only did I like the fact that there were papers in this that aren't in the other part of the catalogue, but I thought it was actually a really good taster kit for somebody who maybe hasn't tried our products before or hasn't experienced a variety of them. So you get some of this gorgeous linen thread, baker's twine rather, and some of the sequins, and we are selling the sequins on a roll, but these are faceted ones. There's the binder clips, which is obviously, that's these 2 rings here, which is what you bind the album together with. But there's also these heart paper clips, but they're actually summer starfruit colour, and then pistachio pudding buttons. There are 3 pages of die cuts, which is where I've pinched the sentiments from, so those are really good. There's some doilies, there's a cute paper bag. How cute is that? There's another envelope you can store bits in. These are the bits of paper I've pinched. A couple of sheets of vellum, and actually you can see it here. The holes are already punched in, you know, for you to bind your album. But these are exactly the same as the main ones that we've got. Double-sided papers, which are lovely. And then this is the one that I made the box with, and I'm actually using the other side this time round. And then you've got the bits to hold your album together, and then more sheets of craft card or other thick craft paper. So I've pinched bits out of it to make this box, or to decorate the box I should say. So let me move those out of the way, and I'm going to show you how to make it. You need 2 pieces of cardstock because it's a separated lid and base, and they need to be a tiny whisper of size difference so that it folds and closes flush. So you need one that measures 4 3/8 of an inch by 4 3/8 of an inch, which is 11 by 11 centimetres. And then you need another one which is a shade bigger, which is 4 7/16 of an inch. So that's 1/16 of an inch bigger than that in both directions, or 11.2 centimetres by 11.2. So literally it is, can you see that? 1/16 of an inch bigger that way and that way, which is 2 mil that way and that way. But you score them both in exactly the same way. You score both of them at 5/8 of an inch all the way round. So I need to do the bottom one first. So 5/8 of an inch on all 4 sides. So this, don't get your thumb in the way. So this is the bottom one. So if you're doing the metric version, 1.5 centimetres all the way round. Double check that that is definitely my bottom one. Then the top one, 5/8 of an inch, all 4 sides, so exactly the same. So that's 1.5 centimetres all the way round. And then to create the hinge part, which is here, you come along to the 2-inch mark and you score down to the first horizontal score line. So just across there, and then you turn it over and round so that you're keeping this on the 2-inch mark here And you're going to score the 2-inch mark there, and that's, sorry, that's 5cm mark, that would be. So you've got the 2-inch mark either side, so whichever one you do first, you need to do the one to the left of it, but obviously you can't, by the measurements, you can't just turn it around and go, oh, well, 2 inches like that, because it's closer. This is greater than 2 inches. This gap from here to here is greater than 2 inches, but so we need the 2 inches from there to there. So 5 centimetres. That sounded complicated. I promise you it's not. Right, fold the score lines. Don't worry about these ones just for the minute. Fold and burnish. All of them, so the top and the bottom. You don't actually have to score those lines. I have, just because it's easier. You could just draw a line, because we're actually going to cut up those lines, these extra 2-inch, 5 centimetre lines. But I needed to make sure that those were definitely on the top, because that is the lid, so the slightly bigger one. Okay, designer series paper, 3 by 3 inches or 7.5 by 7.5 centimetres. I used that pattern last time. I'm going to use this pattern this time. And it's actually, I believe it's tiny, tiny pairs. I mean, really tiny pairs, but I believe it's pairs. Let's grab my snail. So, onto the top, position it centrally. And then you grab a ruler. I would grab a steel rule if you've got one, and you're going to join up these lines here. So these that we're eventually going to cut down, but we need to put the hinge in there. So onto, you know, maybe a mouse mat or something like that, something soft, and you just score, because that is going to become our hinge. Right, we can start snipping now. So snip the lid. So keep on the straight on the rectangular bits and then cut into the little squares. And the same on this side. Cut straight up those that are coming to this angled line, straight up. And then this one again, straight up. So what we've done is we've created the tabs that we're going to use to fold round and close the box, but we've also created the separated part, and this is where you come in and you fold this score line and burnish it, and that's our hinge made. Isn't that clever? Like I say, this has been floating around in my head for days. Sometimes you just don't get an opportunity, particularly when it's the weekend, to get things out of your head and onto a piece of cardstock. So I'm very pleased that what I was imagining translated into reality, I should say. I don't think I've ever seen a box like this before. There might be one. I can't be the only person with funny things going around in their heads, but you never know. Right, just for speed purposes, I'm going to use snail. Snail won't hold a box made with card together. Do use something stronger. But like I say, this is just for speed purposes, because you want to see the build of it. You don't want to see me sat waiting for glue to dry. Okay. So that's the bottom of the box. I'm going to do the same on the top. So just these outer corners. So again, exactly the same way, fold them round to form the sides. So that's the box lid made with this separated hinge part. This you do want to use liquid glue on, you really do. So grab your tea lights, because that will help with stability. So pop those in first. Liquid glue just on this triangular part here. You could use sticky strip, something like that. You could use a glue that has got all bunged up. So liquid glue, and put the other parts in, put the other 3 sides down first. yeah, and then fold this over and push, pinch, push, whatever you want to do to hold it in place. I'm just rubbing it because I know that's going to stay. And then that will fold up. Oops. If I give that a minute while I fiddle around putting the greeting together, that will be beautifully dry. So again, pinched from the mini album set, from the die cuts, which are lovely. There's loads of different ones. I've grabbed one which is a sort of a banner shape. I grabbed one called Dream. And get my dimensionals. I'm going to pinch an edge, I think. Just onto there. And on my original one, I used one of the little heart clips to hold it on, and then it just slid underneath. I think I might just leave that as it is. So, right, that's all stuck down now. That is beautifully stuck down, which means that now you've got this lovely diagonal opening box, which is so cute. And to wrap around it, to get the way I've positioned it, again pinching from the same kit, this beautiful thread that I've just managed to put a knot in, we'll not worry about that. You start, I've started at the hinge, you go round the hinge, and then you're going to come down that corner. So hopefully that made sense. So across, round, and then under this, across, down, under this side and back over, and then I'm going to come under that side, which means that it will all meet up, and I haven't got anywhere near, I haven't got long enough. Let's try that again. So round, down, over, under, and then back round again to tie off a knot or a bow. And if you're very clever, and more clever than me, you can actually disguise the hinge with this. There we go. Have I got time to tie a bow? Am I able to tie a bow? I will do my best. There we go. And this is very pretty. This is white with the gold thread running through it. The one in the spring catalogue is sort of a linen colour with gold through it, or linen with silver. Oh, my bow's going off at all funny angles. And then we'll pop the little greeting on. I think I'll just use mini glue dots onto there at a jaunty angle, and that is my hinged but at a jaunty angle also tea light box. So I hope you like it. I hope you've enjoyed this. Thank you very much for joining me in Springwatch. Bye.